In 480 BC, the Persian Empire invaded Greece in a campaign known as the Second Medic War. Xerxes I led a colossal army from Asia accompanied by a large fleet invading Greece from Thrace and Macedonia. The Greek city-states, usually at war with each other, united against a common enemy. An Athenian-led navy would try to stop the Persian ships at Artemisium. Sparta, leading the land forces, sent 300 hoplites to the north under the command of King Leonidas, who were joined by contingents from other cities. His mission was to block the Persian advance at the pass of Thermopylae. The Greek army was made up of about 7,000 soldiers from Sparta, Corinth, Phocida, Thebes and other cities. Knowing that they were numerically much inferior to the Persians, the Greeks decided to locate themselves in the narrowest part of the Thermopylae Gorge, with Mount Kallidromo on one side and the sea on the other. There, only a few men from each side could fight at the same time. In addition, in that place there was a half-ruined wall that they repaired. Leonidas was warned that there was a path in the mountain that the Persians could use to surround them, so he sent the Phocian contingent of 1,000 soldiers to protect it. The Persian army had about 200,000 fighters. For 4 days Xerxes was waiting, thinking that the Greeks would end up fleeing, seeing the size of his army. He even sent emissaries to offer them that he would let them live and settle in other better lands if they let him pass. It was then that Leonidas replied that if he wanted his weapons, he should come and get them. On the 5th day Xerxes began the attack by sending his archers against the Spartans, who formed in front of the wall. The arrows barely affected the hoplites due to their heavy armor. Then Xerxes launched an infantry attack. After seeing that the infantry was destroyed by the Greek phalanx, he had to send his elite regiment, the Immortals, made up of 10,000 men. Leonidas rotated his soldiers in the front line so they could rest and heal his wounds. These fighters could not break the Spartan resistance either and suffered heavy losses before stopping the attack. Night came and the Greeks could rest. On the sixth day the Greeks returned to form in front of the wall and Xerxes returned to send the Immortals against them thinking that he was wearing down the resistance of his enemies. Leonidas continued to rotate his soldiers successively in combat so that they could rest. At the end of the day the Persians returned to their camp. At that moment, Ephialtes, a local herdsman, betrayed the Greeks by offering to lead Xerxes' army down a narrow mountain path that would take them to the rear of the Greek positions. Xerxes sent his commander Hydarnes along with the Immortals and a large number of archers through the path indicated by the traitor. At dawn on the seventh day, the Phocian contingent defending the mountain pass was attacked by the Persian forces. Thinking that they were the target, they withdrew to a nearby hill to defend themselves, but the Persians passed by, heading towards the rear of Leonidas. An explorer warned Leonidas that the Phocians had not been able to defend the pass and the Persians were going to surround them. He ordered most of the troops to leave and he would remain in the pass along with his 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, and 400 Thebans to guard his retreat. With the intention of causing as many Persian casualties as possible, the Greeks advanced to a wider part of Thermopylae. Xerxes ordered to attack his troops. During the desperate combat, Leonidas was hit by an arrow and died. The Theban contingent surrendered, hoping to save their lives. The rest of the Spartans and Thespians, after recovering the body of Leonidas, withdrew to a hill behind the wall. The Persians attacked the hill together with the Hydarnes contingent that had just crossed the mountain through the pass. Surrounded, the Greeks fought with broken weapons and shattered armors until they were all dead. Xerxes, furious at the time lost and the casualties suffered, ordered the head of Leonidas's corpse to be cut off and his body to be crucified. Despite the Greek resistance, the Persians took control of the Thermopylae Pass. Artemisius' Greek fleet, under Themistocles, withdrew to Salamis and the Persians entered Greece. However, the heroic defeat of Leonidas would reach legendary dimensions. Free men, obeying their own laws, had sacrificed themselves to defend their way of life against foreign aggression, and over the next year the Greeks would repel the Persian invasion at the battles of Salamis and Plataea.